Welcome to Mr. Belle Kitchen today. First of all, I would like to thank all my subscribers, all my viewer watchers, and you've been wondering, should I subscribe to Mr. Belle Kitchen? Yes, you should. Mr. Belle like to take you step by step, make sure you get it right and everything. Today I'll be cooking something different in this Power XL. As you know, I like going down that list, and this one came up on the list. Today I'll be making some Shrimp Alfredo. Today my ingredients is I'll be using 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 3 spoons of butter. And as you see, I have these nice good shrimp. I clean them up and nice and everything. 1 pound these nice shrimp. I will be sauteing these shrimp today in the Power XL. For all my first time viewers, and you wondering how to take this top off, you know I can't saute my shrimps with the top on, so Mr. Belle gonna take this top off. That's all you gotta do is one wiggle and up it go. I'm gonna set this to the side over here, and today, when I get ready for it, we'll be using this lid. I'm just gonna set this lid right here. In the meantime, I'm just gonna set this saute. I'm gonna set this right here on saute. And I'm gonna set that timer right there. And I'm gonna set it for 350. And then I'm gonna go over here to timer. And I'm gonna just start it with, it's not even gonna take the whole 40 minutes. I'm gonna just set it for 40 minutes. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press start. And I'm gonna let that heat up real good. Meantime, while it's getting nice and good and warm, I'm gonna put my butter in there, just like that, and set this to the side in the meantime, and just let that warm up over here. In the meantime, I'll be cooking it in 2 different stoves. I'll be using this Power XL, and I'll be cooking my noodles on the stove to kind of get it together real good and quick. I'll be using these rotini noodles. So I'll be using 4 cups compared to the shrimp I have, and I'm just gonna pour it in here. When this water get hot, it's not hot. When it start boiling, then I'll put my noodles in here. You see my butter melted and everything, and I'm just gonna put these shrimps in just like this, and just stir that up a little bit and let these get nice and good. Cause I'm telling you, this shrimp Alfredo gonna be good and delicious. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute like that. Saute it up and everything. After just get a little bit to where I like it, let that color just come on in there, as you see, as it coming and it's turning. And in the meantime, for all my first time viewers been watching, you know Mr. Belle like to say, wash your dishes as they cooking. Don't leave it for the spouse, don't leave it for your kids, don't leave it for your roommate, don't leave it for your friend. Because they might turn down the food and say, I don't want to eat. They wondering who's going to wash the dishes. If you wash the dishes as you go, the food will taste a whole lot better. They enjoy it and eat it. This is coming out pretty good already. Seems getting that nice pretty color, that orange and that white. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start pouring my seasoning in there. Just like this, I'm gonna put my black pepper in there like this and just sprinkle that all over like that. And then I'm gonna take my basil and just sprinkle that basil in there like that. And I'm gonna take my oregano and just put all that in there. Now I'm telling you, this smells good already. And I'm gonna just pour this salt in here. Just like that. I'm gonna do a little stir on this. Like that. It's nice and good. Like that. Stir that up. Like that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just sit this top on for a minute. Like that. And we're gonna walk over here for a minute and see this water getting nice and warm. And everything look like it start just boiling just a little bit. I like to see my water just bubbling up all the way. Right there it's just a little bubbles like. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes before I put it in. Okay, now my water is boiling nice and good to where I want it, so I'm just gonna pour these, and this is 4 cups. I'm just gonna pour it in just like this all over in there. And I'm gonna just let that cook. Okay, it's been 9 minutes. As you see, I set it for 40. I only used, it's 30. So I'm gonna press cancel, and I'm gonna cut that off. And I'm gonna just take them out like this. Take them out like this and put them in the bowl, because I'm gonna use all the ingredients that's left in this Power XL. So when I put my noodles in there, mix everything up, my seasoning, some will still be in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just put it in here, just like that. Put them in this bowl. Yeah, everything. And I'm gonna wait till my noodles get done. In the meantime, so it don't burn, I'm gonna take this pan out until I get ready to sit it back in. Take these shrimp out. These shrimp look good. Nice and good, as you see. They looking good. So I'm gonna take this one out. My macaroni is nice and ready, as you see. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take it out and pour it out, cut this off. I'm gonna pour it in the strainer, just like this, and I'm gonna get it ready. Like I say, this shrimp Alfredo gonna be delicious. And here go the second half of the shrimp Alfredo. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on to Sauté. So on Sauté, setting it for 350. And this right here gonna take, I'm gonna set it for 35 minutes. And so I'm gonna press start, get this nice and good and ready. First of all, I'm gonna put my ingredients for this, my ingredients for the gravy, I'm gonna be using 1 cube of garlic, cut up real nice and small, cut it up. And I'm using a teaspoon of basil, teaspoon of oregano, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons and a half of flour, and 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. And also I'll be using 2.5 cups of milk. So let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna put my butter in here and get this. And as you see, some of my seasoning is still left in this pan from the shrimp. You want to leave that in there like that. And I'm just stir all this up like this. And I can put my garlic in at the same time. I'm gonna put the garlic in just like this. That way it'll be working with it too. Just put it in there like that. My hands is clean. It's chopped up nice and good. Give it that nice good taste. So I'm gonna get started and just stir that up. Okay, I'm gonna pour a little flour in while my daughter mix it up with a little milk. My little helper right here. Pour a little more flour, because you gotta stir it as you go so it don't stick and get lumpy and everything. And this right here gonna be a good dish. Like I say, I have a chicken Alfredo video, which my daughter did. Now she's in here with the shrimp Alfredo with me. Like I say, it's good to get your kids in the kitchen. You never know if you're gonna get sick or something happen. You can always help your kids come in here and cook the meal for you. And mix that up real good. She mixed that up. And they love cooking. Yeah. Now I'm gonna add my basil in there while my daughter stir it up, and my oregano. Just pour it in there just like that. And I'm gonna put my black pepper in there, like that. Just stir that up real nice and good. And we're gonna add cheese. And I want to add my Parmesan cheese in there. I'm just going to pour a little at a time while she stir that up and get that nice and good and thick. Just pour a little at a time. Yeah, just like that. I'm telling you, this is going to be so good and delicious. And like that. Let that cook. Just like that. I'm going to pour a little more in there. And just stir that up. Oh yeah. Stir it up just like that. Stir that up nice and good. You see it's getting nice, good, and thick. So what I'm doing, I'm just stirring this up like this. See, it's nice and good and thick. So what I'm gonna do in the meantime, I'm gonna add my noodles in first. Okay, I'm gonna add these noodles in like this. Just put them all in there, just like this. Like that. And like that. Stir it up. Press cancel, and it's been, how many minutes on it? 27 minutes, so I did it for 35, so I only used. So I'm mixing this up just like that. Look at it, it's looking good. This gonna be delicious. And I'm gonna take this, put it to the side, and I'm gonna add my shrimp in there. And you see these shrimp, it's looking nice and good. Just like that. Stir that up. Oh yeah. This is gonna be delicious. Just like that. Oh yeah. And we're gonna stir this up and everything looking good. We're gonna take this out together, just like this. And I'm just gonna pour it right in this bowl. Just like that. Look how good that look. Some shrimp in there, everything is nice and good. Set this to the side. And that's Cooking with the Bells. That's your Shrimp Alfredo. Thanks for watching. If you like it, that's all you had to do. Ding! And you are subscribed to Mr. Belle Kitchen. Thank you.